In this video, we will discuss the second step of entering the Jinjitsu portal or changing your life. As I mentioned in my earlier videos, previous video we discussed about the thought awareness, thought process, and this was the second step of the steps you have to take to change your life. Out of the 5 steps, this is the second step. First step is thought process. So food awareness or diet is very important and it's pretty much interconnected with the first step, which is thought process. So you are what you eat, as you know, a very famous saying, and you are wrong if you eat wrong. Your body will thrive if you eat right. So whatever you give to the body is what the body becomes. Whatever you eat, if you give wrong food to the body, you are messing up with your body. You mess up with your body, you mess up with your organs, you are messing up with your brain, which will result in very catastrophic effects. The thing that people fall into the trap is it doesn't happen instantaneously. Like if you eat a poison, it's gonna destroy you straight away. But the wrong food works slowly in the background. You don't realize it that it's happening to you unless you are aware of it. So once you realize that the food is hurting you and affecting you in such a bad way, then you're gonna start changing it, and then you will see the changes in you. So a lot of people will obviously object on that. This is a very long list of foods that you are not supposed to eat, and yeah, you might not agree with that. A lot of people don't agree, but as I said, all these foods that you are not supposed to eat, they are being practically we have tested on ourselves, and we have tested on our friends, and we have seen the results. So we are not just saying this out of thin air. It's actually being tested on people, and we have seen the results. As I said, you can disagree, and please mention in the comments that why you disagree, and I will explain it to you the reasons we should avoid this food. But because the video is going to be very long, so I'm going to make it short, but I can make separate videos to explain all this stuff. So the first thing which you're gonna stop eating is gluten. Now, as I said, it's a very big thing, because once you eliminate gluten in your life, then you are pretty much cutting down 60%, 70% of the food that is available in the market. But trust me, if I'm saying this, it has been tested. I am doing this. I'm not gluten allergic. Just because you can eat gluten does not mean that you are not gluten allergic. Gluten is very dangerous for the body. If you ask me 60, 100 years ago, if somebody was eating gluten, I might say it's okay. But right now, all the gluten related products like wheat that is available in the market are ultra processed, they are hybridized, they are genetically modified, and our body is not designed to digest that glue. And that glue actually comes out in the form of very thick mucus when you get cold, flu, or cough, or fever. So if you stop eating gluten, you will see the first change you will see in your gluten is the first change you will see in your body is whenever you have flu, your mucus will not be like thick green, and it's not gonna hurt your throat and nose the way it is. So that's just one. There are other many examples I can give you and advantages of removing gluten from your body. But and a lot of people have, there's a lot of material on internet you can search that what gluten does to your body. Dr. Sabi, Barbara O'Neill, there are a lot of great people who have done a lot of work on this stuff, so you can always search for that. The second thing, again, all these foods that I'm mentioning are the same. A lot of people have made a lot of work on it. You can always check. So white or refined sugar, brown sugar. So basically, this is an ultra processed sugar you should avoid at all the costs, because it spikes your insulin straight away, and your body is not meant to have it. It's basically just an ultra refined chemicals putting in your body, and it messes up with your hormones. Insulin is one of the hormones, but there are many other hormones. Increased sugar consumption is related to many diseases, not just diabetes, but also even eyesight. Caffeine is the third one. Now, as I said, a lot of people will disagree because caffeine, we are all addicted to caffeine, and caffeine is, I consider, my personally consider caffeine a drug because you are addicted to it, and caffeine cause a lot of hormonal disruption. As I said, mention me in the comments and I can explain to you the devastative effects of caffeine. All kinds of preservatives, natural flavors, emulsifiers, food colors. So all these artificial flavors or preservatives, they are very dangerous for your body. You're not supposed to eat because they put these kind of chemicals in the food so that it lasts longer shelf life. But longer shelf life means your shorter life, so you should avoid them at every cost. Now a lot of people will say that if we, there's a long list, and if we stop eating all the, what's the alternate? So I will in future make further videos to explain. There are many alternatives, plenty of alternatives, so it doesn't mean that the world is stopped and you can't eat anything, or you're gonna be deprived of enjoying good, healthy, tasty meal. No, you will still have all that stuff, but just not in a way that you are used to eating. Ultra processed food is number 5, which is like fast food. So because they're ultra processed, a lot of chemicals, lot of toxins are put in these food. I don't want to mention the name, but you know what fast food I'm talking about. So pretty much everything from your burgers to your kebabs to your fried chickens to your pizzas, everything is ultra processed because they want longer shelf life, and they want maximum profit out of it. So that food you should avoid at every cost. Any vegetable oil, soybean oil, canola oil, rapeseed oil, palm oil, all these oils, again, you're gonna be, it's gonna sounds very hard, but all these oils are highly processed in the factory before they come out on the shelf. In the shelf you see very nice, clear, beautiful golden oil in the bottle, but you don't see the horrible process they go through to get this fake nice color. So you want to avoid this at every cost because, as I said, it's a hormone disruptor. It's gonna mess with your body without you realizing it. Seventh number is dairy, milk products. Again, if you ask me that was dairy good 100 years ago, I would say definitely, because those days dairy, there were no like giant dairy farms with the abuse of antibiotics and hormones and pesticides. But nowadays, and especially cow milk or buffalo milk, we are not designed to digest it. Yes, it's very good, it's tasty, the milk products are very good, but we are not designed to digest that milk. It's for cows. Yes, there are alternatives. As I said, I will make further videos to give you alternatives, but still dairy is very dangerous for your health. Number 8 is chocolate, because chocolate is connected to sugar, and I've already mentioned sugar. But some people will say, oh, we can eat dark chocolate. But the problem with chocolate is chocolate has a lot of caffeine, and caffeine is a big hormone disruptor and mineral sucking chemical. It sucks out all the minerals from your body. So big no to chocolate. Alcohol, as you know, some people say that, oh, drinking alcohol in moderation is not going to hurt you, but a small amount of alcohol, even a drop of alcohol, is dangerous for you. Alcohol, your body is not meant to take alcohol because it messes up with your hormones, it messes up with your hydration of the body, it dehydrates you, which in turn your brain pays the price for it. But as I said, you don't understand because all you see is the buzz. Number 10 is meat and eggs that are farmed with hormones, antibiotics, and pesticides. Yes, so most of the meat and egg available in the market. It doesn't mean, I'm not saying that you should go vegan or vegetarian. No, what I'm trying to say is try to buy meat which is free from this kind of stuff. I know it's gonna cost you a little bit more, and it's gonna be hard to get it, but it's worth it because the meat you are eating, a lot of people say a carnivore diet is very good. Yes, but as I said, if the meat is not processed and farmed in this kind of environment, by all means use it. But if you see, most of the meat that is available in the supermarkets is highly processed and has all of this rubbish which is written here. Fish, seafood. So the problem with seafood is it has a lot of mercury contamination. Mercury is a heavy metal which you don't want in your body because it can cause a lot of problems. You can Google search and see what mercury contamination does to your body. It's I believe it's a cause of cancer as well. And if you are lucky enough to find a seafood from fresh water, not ocean water, you might be able to consume it. But most of the seafood available in the market is comes from the oceans, international waters, and is very very contaminated. Fake foods number 12, for example, fake honey, fake syrups, fake oils, fake fruit juices, and fake broths. So all these you will see on your supermarket shelves everywhere. For your convenience, they have made all these fake foods. When I say fake honey, that means that honey that is mixed with syrups. Most of the honey, I would say 80, more than 80% of the honey available in the market is all fake. They mix it with sugar syrups. They sometimes fool the bees by putting sugar syrup next to the hive. There are many tricks that you can make fake honey. Same is with fake syrups like fake maple syrup or chocolate syrup. Chocolate is already bad for you, but then there are fake chocolate syrup which has chocolate flavor in it instead of actual chocolate. So these kind of fake syrups, there are fake oils, especially I mention it because fake olive oils. In the market, it's very hard to find real olive oil, which is like cold pressed raw olive oil. Most of the oils are fake, mixed with other vegetable oils. Same is with fruit juices. If a fruit juice is not squeezed from a fresh fruit, that is not a fruit juice. If it is made from concentrate, if it has preservative, sugar, chemicals, that's fake. Same is with the vegetable broths. And number 13 is GMO food, so genetically modified. It's very hard to avoid because most of the food is genetically modified, but if you can avoid as much as you can, the better for you. But if you can stay away from genetically modified, that's very good. Number 14 is peanuts. Obviously, it's gonna be a shocker for a lot of people, but a lot of people like Barbara O'Neill and other people, they say that peanut has a lot of fungus in it, and it's very hard to peanuts gets fungus very easily unless you grow your own peanuts in front of your own eyes, and you when you harvest them and you can open them and you can see that there's no fungus, by all means you can consume them. But peanuts from the supermarket, all the peanut butter, all that is full of fungus. I would recommend to avoid it at all cost. Number 15 is fake spices. So what I mean by fake spices is all the spices like turmeric powder or black pepper powder or onion powder. All these spices are actually very has a heavy metal contamination. They have a lot of other stuff like fake fillers like rice flour or peanut shells crushed mixed with it, because when you make something a powder, you can add a lot of crap in it to get more profits, because you can't tell. There's very hard it's very hard to separate the contamination in the. So the best, if you can, the best way to do is to make your own powders. So if you want to make turmeric, if you use turmeric powder or black pepper or cumin or coriander, make your own. Buy the whole coriander, buy the whole black pepper, and then grind it yourself, so then you know that you're using the real spice. Number 16 is monosodium glutamate, or MSG, as you say. MSG flavor again, or table salt. So the normal salt, they are big hormone disruptors. These, you shouldn't be using these at all costs, because they are not good for you. It brings a good taste, yes, and you must be addicted to it, but they are not meant to be consumed. They are very toxic. You can replace them with other things like pink salt and MSG. You don't need MSG. There's no replacement for MSG, but you shouldn't be eating that. Supplements, limited use. So supplements like vitamin D, magnesium, iron. If your diet is good, if your diet is balanced, then you should not need supplements. The reason you need supplements is because when you mess your diet, if you drink a lot of coffee, you're draining out your minerals anyway, so you're gonna need supplements. But when you stop drinking coffee, or you stop caffeine intake, these things you will start retaining all these things. So yes, you can still use supplements, but even with that, you have to do your research that which supplement companies are making the actual real supplements and not the fake ones, because there are a lot of fake supplements in the market, especially like fish oil, which has no use in my opinion, and other supplements which are actually fake. Number 18 is tap water. So unless you live in like a very different area where you collect your own rainwater or something, the tap water that is come from the your council or municipal is mixed with a lot of chlorine and other chemicals in order to clean it, because it's a cheap cleaning agent, so they mess with the water. So if you can avoid tap water, I know it's very hard to avoid tap water, but if you can avoid it, it's very good. But otherwise you have to, you just have to be aware that you tap water is not good for you. So any kind of chilies, so yeah, peppers, if you are eating peppers, by all means, yes, that's good for you. But chilies, if you add a little bit for flavor, that's okay. But consuming chilies on an everyday basis, it inflames your gut. So you don't want chilies, you don't want to eat chilies at all. They are used for other medicinal purposes, but not for the taste. You can replace chilies with pepper. There are a lot of replacement peppers you can buy, but chilies are very inflammatory. Number 20, the last one is white vinegar. So white vinegar, is mass produced in factory. It's not healthy, so it's full of chemicals. Vinegar itself is very acidic, not good for the body. But if you really wanna use it for flavor, you can use it with replace it with balsamic vinegar or red wine vinegar with a less alcohol content and in a glass bottle, which has less contamination in it. So I know it's very overwhelming, and it's a lot of food, lot of things that you are not supposed to eat. But trust me, if you cut down step by step, you don't have to. If you can cut it down from day one, that's very good. And mention me in the comments so that I can make a video to give you alternate at what you can eat in replacement of all these foods, because it looks very overwhelming, it looks very challenging. But trust me, once you stop eating it, and you will see the results within 2 weeks, your body will start responding to it. That's how devastating effects these foods have on your body, and your body will speak, the results will speak for themselves. So I would highly recommend everyone who is following this channel to try it at least on a trial basis. And I will, in further videos, I will explain it to you that how you can achieve this. If you are really addicted, like I was addicted to caffeine, I was addicted to dairy, cheese, all this, they are all addictive foods. So there is a process that you can step by step get out of this addiction, and just like the way I got and other people got out of it. And you can eventually achieve that diet that you want to do, which is good for your body. Thank you.